Hey guys, what's up? It's iRocker77, it's Bennett. Today I have my review for you guys on the, hope you can see it there, in-case power slider. So I first want to apologize for not having my in-case slider out. I think that that's something that's important to this review. Unfortunately, my mom's using it, she's out and about, and I don't have it. So what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about the differences between the in-case slider and the in-case power slider before we get started. So obviously with the in-case power slider, you're getting a huge functionality, which is this right here, which is, is going to charge your phone. So let's go over the basic details of, or the basic differences. So on the in-case slider, you're going to have a piece almost identical to this, it's just much thinner. And then you're going to have a bottom piece looking very similar to this part right here minus the big, it's going to look like that, maybe a little smaller. So I hope you guys can see it right there. We have the in-case, in-case logo. And then here as well, right here, we have the in-case, another in-case logo. So down here you have your mini USB charging port and then a speaker grill so that your speakers can get through. Now when my uncle first let me start using this, he told me that this was actually like an external speaker or whatever. It's not, guys. That's not an extra speaker. It kind of looks like it, but it's not. So right now my phone is almost down to 10% and this thing is fully charged. Now here's something that I wanted to talk about. When I first got this, I didn't know how many dots it went up to. So when you plug this thing in, I hope you guys can see there's a little swirly thing right here. So you see these 4 dots. Well, there's going to be 1/5 dot here. When it's totally, extremely, fully charged, there's going to be 5 dots. This is, though, with 4 dots pretty much fully charged. And with the 5th dot, it's going to blink once to let you know when you're charging. Alright guys, now little side note, to sync with your computer you have to hold this button when you're trying to sync with this case, because you can sync via mini USB. Now with the case you are going to get a mini USB cable and some other things that I'm not too familiar with this. I did get this case from my uncle, so I don't have everything. So let's get into it. So, pretty much the same design on these inboard rails as the in-case slider, which does provide some decent protection, not a lot. So, wait for it, there it goes. And we're now charging my phone with the 4 dots. Now guys, I was at a party the other night. Whoa, that went up fast. Okay, so I was at a party the other night. And it was about midnight, we were out doing stuff, and my phone was about to die. I remembered I had my in-case power slider, threw that on, fully charged it, and I was good to go. So, what I would recommend doing with this case is carrying another case. Because if you look at that, that is very, very bulky. Very bulky case. You do have a lay-on-the-table design, which I was actually interested to find that it's not as much as the in-case slider, but it is a lay-on-the-table design. Now, I believe this only does come in one color, and it is a matte kind of finish. One thing that I didn't like, but is pretty much unavoidable, is how deep the camera hole is. It just looks kind of funky way down in there. So, honestly, guys, I actually did not have a huge problem holding the case because of its bulk. And here's why. It actually provides a little bit of a better in-hand feel. The reason I don't like it is because it's creating a big bulk in your pocket and all of that. Now, let's talk a little bit about the battery itself. The battery itself, I do believe, is a 1300 milliamp hour battery. Let me see if that's on the specs here. Alright guys, it's not, but this is a 1300 milliamp hour battery. Now, what you have right here, this part right here, this back piece, this from here on up, this is the battery pack. Then you're just charging through this little bottom piece, but the actual battery pack is right here. So overall, this is actually a very, very nice case. It's one of the cheaper cases that's going to charge your phone, and I do like it. Now, do I recommend you get it? Like I've said in a lot of my reviews, it depends on what kind of iPhone user you are. Regardless of if you're a business user, I don't think this is a business case because it does look kind of funky. Now, obviously, a whole lot of people aren't going to care about that huge bulk. Cough, cough, BlackBerry users have a ton of bulk. Well, in some phones anyways. But I just don't think that that looks very professional. Could just be my opinion, but I just don't think that it looks very professional. Now, I also wouldn't recommend this for any kind of athlete or anybody who is out, doing athletics a lot. I do that, but I always have my phone with me, I'm a teenager, that's what I do. So, I think that this is for heavy iPhone users, people who are always using their iPhone and that need the extra battery and that don't really care what their iPhone looks like. Now, obviously, a lot of people are going to be saying, well, dude, you just cut down the market a whole lot. And that's true, but that's just my recommendation. There are, of course, certain scenarios in which it could be used. For instance, if you use your phone for business, but you're laying around at home and your phone's running out of battery, and you're watching the football game and you don't want to walk upstairs to go charge your phone, this is a great option. I've done that several times. I'm just too lazy and I happen to have this thing laying around. Guys, like I said, overall, it's a very nice product. I do like it. Having that extra charge is a very nice option. It's good if you go on international flights, all that kind of thing. I know that that's what my uncle uses it for. So like I said, heavy iPhone users, I would go for it. $80 product, one of the cheaper ones out there, and does charge your phone all the way up. Now, that's basically going to conclude my review of this product. But I actually wanted to give a few facts. So it's said that this doubles the power of your phone. That's not exactly true. The past couple of days, I've been doing some tests on this, running some actual battery percentages and looking at how much it brought my battery up versus how many lights were here. And I had an interesting experience with that. So as you guys saw, my phone was red, and now it looks like it's halfway charged. This does actually not mean halfway charged. Let me give you an example. When you are about up to right here on battery, so you just have that little sliver. When you're up to about there on battery, you actually only have about 80% battery. So don't trust the battery meter because the battery meter is not very accurate. I recommend an app called Free Memory. It will tell you your actual percentage of battery. So this does bring your phone up quite a bit, but if you're down to under 10%, this is not going to bring it up all the way. It's just not. Now, let's say I'm at 20, let's say I'm just about to hit 20, then yes, it will. Now, let me point something out. One last thing before I finish off the review. 20% is actually 18%. We've all seen it before. When you get that thing that says 20% of battery life and you hit dismiss, you actually, at that point, have 18% of your battery life. So guys, overall, very nice product. Maybe doesn't charge my phone as much as I would like it to, but like I said, it is a very nice product, and I have enjoyed using it. I will continue to enjoy using it. At some point, I am going to have to give it back, but we'll see what happens then. So guys, it's iRocker77. It's been it. Peace.